Hello and a very warm welcome to Qingdao in China for the second session on semi-finals day at the Badminton Asia Championships. I'm Jill Clark and we have 5 matches for you this evening. Of course, we had session 1 this afternoon and a big upset in this afternoon session in the men's singles because the number 2 seed Chen Long of China defeated by his teammate Du Pengyu in a marathon match, 3 games lasting an hour and 17 minutes. Well, that's what we've got for you this evening. 5 matches this evening, and we're starting with women's doubles. Japanese number 4 seeds against the unseeded pair from China. Then men's singles, and the current world champion against the former world champion, the 2-time defending champion, of course, Lin Dan, up against his teammate Chen Jin. Then women's singles and a current world number 1 against a former world number 1. Last year's champion Wang Yihan up against Wang Shexian, the number 3 seed. Then men's doubles and the number 1 seeds Chai Biao and Guo Zhengdong up against Kim and Kim from Korea. And then the last of our semi-finals this evening is mixed doubles, and the Korean pair of Kang and playing in their first ever tournament together up against the 2011 All England champions. And number 2 seeds here, Zhu Chen and Ma Jin of China. So as you can see, well, China, as always in badminton, highly dominant and highly involved in the latter stages of the events, and none more so than when they play on home soil, as indeed they're doing here in Qingdao. Well, the crowd yet to really make their way into the stadium. Oh, there's a happy fan. Oh, lovely. Maybe a future champion one day in the making. Well, I can tell you, you'll be learning from the best today. And there's more fans. Certainly, if you were with us this afternoon, not only was there a big upset in the men's singles, as I say, with Du Pengyu, the number 5 seed, overcoming Chen Long, his teammate, number 2 seed, but of course we only had 4 matches this afternoon because sadly Pan Pan, who was due to take place in the women's doubles with Cheng Shu, she has injured herself and therefore gave a walkover to Tiang Qing and Zhao Yunlei, the number 1 seeds. That was due to be the first match for this evening's session, and of course with more tickets sold for tonight's session, what the organisers have chosen to do is to save the last match, the 5th match from this afternoon session, and play it as first match this evening. So we're absolutely delighted to say that our first match, and coming up in just a moment, is women's doubles, and it's the number 4 seeds Shizuka Matsuo and Mami Nato, there they are, of Japan, up against Bao Yixin and Chong Xianxin of China. Chinese pair, unseeded, but now up to number 15 in the world ranking. That's their highest ever position. This Japanese pair, the left and right-hander, well, they're well established in the world's top 10, number 7 in the world ranking, but they are only the 3rd ranked Japanese pair. Of course, Fuji and Kakiwa, number 4 in the world ranking, and Maeda and Suetsuna, number 5. So as the world ranking stands, this Japanese pair of Matsuo and Nato would not qualify for the Olympic Games because to get 3 pairs into the Olympics, all 3 have to be in the top 4 in the world. So the number 4 seeds from Japan, Shizuka Matsuo. There she is, 25 years of age, from Osaka, not the tallest of athletes, only 157, that's 5'1". Her partner, the left-hander Mami Nato, also 25. Formed their partnership in 2009, did the Japanese combination, the first ever tournament together at the Austrian International in Vienna. They won. Well, there's Chong Xianxin, 21 years of age, so she'll turn 22 next month. And Bao Yi-sin, a 19-year-old from Hunan province. 2 gold medals for Bao Yi-sun at the World Junior Championships of 2010. Women's doubles and mixed doubles as well. So for the Japanese pair, this is their 3rd semi-final of the year, having already reached the semi-final of the Malaysia Superseries event and also the Australian Grand Prix Gold. Well, they've only had to play 2 matches to reach this semi-final stage, because as the number 4 seeds, they got a bye in the first round. In the second round, they had to play the former world number 1s, Chen Wen-Sing and Chen Yu-Chin of Taipei, 21-13, 21-16 that. Had a much tougher quarter-final yesterday evening against the Koreans Jung Kyung-eun and Kim Ha-na. Dropped the second game. Hour and 8 minutes, that quarter-final. Whereas this Chinese pair, well, they've had a tough old draw, I can assure you. First round, they beat the Southeast Asian Games gold medalists from last year, Augustin and Meheswari from Indonesia. Saved a match point, in fact saved 3 match points in the second game before winning through in an hour and 24 minutes in the decider 21-12. Second round, the Chinese pair disposed of the number 2 seeds, Mizuki Fuji and Reika Kakiwa. That was an hour and 34 minutes. And then in the quarter-final yesterday, the young Chinese disposed of the top Thailand pair, Duang Anong Arunkison and Kunchela Vorovici Chaikul, 21-15, 22-20. So they've been on court for 3 hours 47 minutes, and you compare that to an hour and 50 minutes for the Japanese pair. So the second of the women's doubles semi-finals. Who's going to have the right to meet the number 1 seeds, Zhao Yunlei and Tian Qing, in tomorrow's final? Well, I can tell you that the number 4 seeds, Shizuka Matsuo and Mami Nato of Japan, in their 4 previous meetings against Bao Yi-sin and Chong Xianxin, have never beaten them. This young Chinese pair have won on all 4 previous occasions. Just wide. Bao Yi-sin, the 19-year-old, I personally believe is probably one of the most there she is, one of the most talented badminton players. Watched her playing both women's doubles and mixed at senior level. I knew she was talented when she won the World Junior Championships. But her transition into senior badminton has been as smooth as anything. Her reading of the game, her technical ability as well, is belies her young years. The only concern, of course, is that heavily strapped left knee. Pick up an injury when you're young. I speak from experience when I say it can be quite an effect on a career. Oh, that's a brilliant smash. Great angle. Yeah, a little high fives, pleased with that. I remember watching this young Chinese pair at the Japan Open last year, and they won their first ever title together, and a Super Series event at that. Beat the former world number ones Chen Wen-Sing and Chen Yu-Chin in that final, saved 2 match points in the second, hour and 17 minutes. And they're obviously a pair that cope well with pressure, tight situations, because of course they saved 3 match points in their opening match, first round encounter at these Asian Championships. Long, grueling rally. Oh. Yeah, so well worked by the Chinese youngsters. Oh, my goodness gracious. Just wide. And of course, this young Chinese pair was semi-finalists at the last Asian Championships, played in Qingdao last year. Lost to the eventual winners, Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, and of course Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang not back to defend their title. Oh, that's great reactions from Zhong Xianxin. Look, she's under pressure, crouches down low, guides the shuttle into the open space. Oh, overruled by the umpire. That's nice, and nice movement following forward after the defensive drive from Matsuo. All pushed it long of the back line. Very much the worker in the partnership. Chong Sian-sin. Japanese coaches. A little shake of the head. We saw a number of errors on the return of serve in the men's doubles this afternoon session. Chinese players, I think perhaps some of them, feel the pressure playing in front of the home fans. Yeah, it's a great return of serve. That's the sort of thing that so impresses me with Bao Yi-sin. Oh, right idea. That's where the gap was. Spotted it, did Matsuo. Yeah, it was a big gap too. Couldn't get it over though. Japanese pair, it's very much their style of play. Extend the rallies, work your opponents. I do wish they'd get the net player involved a little more often, because when the net player gets involved, this lady, Bao Yi-sin, for the Chinese combination, that's where you hit your winners from the front of the court. All the women nowadays in world badminton in doubles, their defensive play is so good. You can't expect to hit winners from the back of the court. You've got to hit in such a place, smashing down towards your opponents, that your net player can read what's happening and intercept and try and play the winner, as exactly as Bao Yi-sin did in that last rally. 9-all. Oh, super smash from Chong Sian-sin. 4 straight points from 6-9 deficit. And their noses in front, the Chinese youngsters. Oh yes, there she is again. Bao Yixin making the big difference in this match with her reading at the net. Yeah, forward she goes at exactly the right moments. So a 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval. On a run of 5 straight points. Well, whilst the Japanese pair have been very consistent throughout their careers, and certainly this year, this is their 3rd semi-final of the year. Young Chinese pair. Already been in a final in 2012. That was the Swiss Grand Prix Gold event. And this is a run now of 6 straight points. They work so well in the combination. As I said earlier, Zhong Xianxin, very much the worker from the back of the court, but she smashes in the right place to get Bao Yixin involved and finishing off the rally. Well, finally the run of points comes to an end. Not for 4 times, 7 straight points. Was landed well in. Yeah, the drift is not only taking the shuttle lengthways, but it's also a sideways drift as well. Wind blowing from right to left as we look down on the court, so from our right towards the left, so anything hit down the Chinese backhand side there gets drifted further out. Anything hit down their forehand side, the shuttle tends to stay in. Oh, she's missed it. Goodness me. Yeah, clever clear. Oh yes, good smash from the left-hander, Mami Nato. Yeah. For once, Bao Sin caught off guard. Oh my goodness. Well, sent in the wrong direction as Mami Nato went down on the floor. I wondered if she just twisted an ankle a little. Something seemed to give way. It was a great... Oh dear, yes, I didn't like the look of that. Oh no, it was okay. Didn't go over on the ankle. Just couldn't change direction. Yeah, just a little skip on the spot to just test out, make sure everything's okay. Pushed it wide, that's the drift coming into play, moving the shuttle out of court. And I have to say that was a tired-looking shot from Shizuka Matsuo. Not physically tired, but I wonder how mentally tired they are. 24 individual tournaments in the last 12 months. Desperately, desperately chasing Olympic qualifying points, which are taken direct from the world ranking. And compare that to their opponents. Only ever played 8 previous tournaments together. They look fresh and they look adventurous, inspired. Too adventurous on that occasion from Bao Sin. Absolutely imperative that the number 4 seeds from Japan have a little run here. They're 4 points adrift. Yeah, it's good work. Oh, they look quietly confident, don't they, the two Chinese coaches? They definitely look more relaxed than the two Japanese coaches. Ah, she's in the right place at the right time once again. Two points needed for the opening game. There's a little hand signal. Just letting her partner know where she's going to serve to. Short. Oh, it's good defence. Clash of rackets. Oh. How many times have we seen that? Bao Yixin moving forward at the right time, reading the game and making the decisive interception. 5 game points now for the Chinese youngsters. That's long of the back line. Second time of asking. And Bao Yixin and Chong Xianxin take the opening game. 24 minutes, 21-16. Yeah, a little indecision. Almost looked as if she was going to try and play it, but it was clearly long. Opening game. The unseeded pair from China. Well, there's a bit of a glazed look from the Japanese pair as their coach is talking to them. Mentally tired. Yeah, lots of strapping on the legs there, both legs of Shizuka Matsuo. The number of tournaments they've played is just catching up with them. Well, they were very, very impressive in the opening game. Were the young Chinese pair of Bao Yixin and Chong Xianxin. 24 minutes, 21-16 the scoreline. And I have to say, during that 2-minute timeout, Japanese coaches working very, very hard with their two players, but at times it seemed to me as if there was a bit of a glazed look by them. They've been dashing all over the world, chasing points, trying to get their rankings up higher. They were down in Australia, the Australian Grand Prix Gold event, just a couple of weeks ago. Reached the semi-final there, but they need to draw on all their experience. Now the Japanese pair, if they're to come through this semi-final, certainly won't be for lack of trying, because they know that if they're to qualify for the Olympics ahead of either the world number 4s, Fuji and Kakiwa, or the world number 5s, Maeda and Suetsuna, who both lost their first matches. They both had byes because they were the number 2 and 3 seeds. And the way the world ranking works is that if you lose your first match, then you get first round loser points. So rankings could change if this Japanese pair could win this encounter. And that's a big if, And the body language of the two Japanese players. I can really understand what they're going through. The disappointment of seeing the net cord there. A little look towards the coaches. And that's a good return of serve. And one apiece with the net cords in this second game. Oh, it's gone wide. And once again, the drift. Players must know about it. They've been playing in this magnificent arena all week. And Chinese pair want shuttle change. Japanese didn't want to do so, but the umpire from Indonesia, umpire Panana, says yes, should be changed. (4-2). And that goes down as a real missed opportunity. Oh yes, no mistake this time. Put away with venom. Good rally. And in the end, Zhang Xianxin running out of patience. Well, I said in the open game, it's very typical of the Japanese pair to play this patient, extended rallies. Love those sort of tactics. Certainly remember this Japanese pair in the semi-final of the 2010 Denmark Open. Had to play against their teammates Fuji and Kakiwa. They played for over an hour and they hadn't even reached the mid-game interval of the second game. And their opponents eventually retired halfway through the deciding game after an hour and 41 minutes. They were 11-5 up in the decider. Their opponents went down with cramp. So we know that Matsuo and Nato certainly can play the long matches. And they won't have any worries about lasting the distance. Just whether mentally they're still alert enough. Yeah, Chinese combination in the wrong formation. Well spotted by Bao Yixin. Too long. Yeah, lots of lengthways drift coming into play. Well, I'm not quite sure what the umpire was saying there, but obviously unhappy about something that Zhong Xianxin was doing, calling out or trying to influence line judges. I'm really not sure. It's gone wide. There really is an awful lot of strapping on both those legs of Matsuo. Both thighs, maybe it's hamstrings or quad muscles. Well, she and her partner certainly helped with that neck cord from Mami Nato. Well, I remember this scoreline of 9-6 in the opening game. And the Japanese pair failed to win any of the next 7 rallies. More than happy to defend the Japanese pair. That's gone wide, and suddenly when they take the initiative and go forward to the net, what a difference that makes. A little hold and flick. That was a super shot from Shizuka Matsuo. So to the mid-game interval, number 4 seeds from Japan with a 4-point advantage. 11-7. And perhaps the attacking play of the Chinese youngsters just not penetrating quite as well, because they're just that fraction of a second slower, having already played 38 minutes this match in progress already. Just takes the sting out of the smashes when you're a little bit fatigued. Yeah, nicely done. It's the drive defence. As soon as she saw that Matsuo hadn't really got hold of it properly, in she went. She was very close towards the back line, but it was indeed in. Yeah. Whilst with the defensive play, you can hope to wear down opponents. I'm personally not convinced by the tactics. I love to see pairs going out and making it happen instead of sitting back defending, waiting for opponents to make errors. I like to see badminton players try and force opponents into error by fast, deceptive play. That's just a personal thing. Oh, luck of the net cord. Immediately apologises Matsuo. Oh, it's clearly long of the back line. Yeah, 2 smashes down the centre of the court, then switches up the angle, across the body. This final one of the left-hander out towards her forehand side, but still trying to play it with the backhand action. Yeah, she knows it. Oh, that's nice too. Racket arm outstretched Chong Sian-sin. Look at that. Punch through the shot. Super play. Now, just 1 point the deficit. And back level. 4 straight points. Yeah, real concern on the Japanese coach. And now into the lead. Five straight points. Well, they had this little run, didn't they, in the opening game? And replicated it again here. That's short. Stemmed the tide. And they're just saying that she needs to put some grip powder on her racket or wipe her hand. Quite clearly, the Japanese pair, by remaining on court, which they have done, indicate to the umpire that they're really not happy. The Chinese pair breaking up the rhythm here, taking their time. Good to see them still chatting, still encouraging each other. Fourteen all. Oh, it's long of the back line. I'm really not convinced that Chong Sian-sin was actually trying to leave that. Oh, that's well taken. Don't often see her at the net. Just proving that she too has the capability. That's very well taken. Nice. Good flick serve. Bao Yi-sin then looking for the straight smash. Stepped into it, simple little block, outright winner. 8 of the last 9 points going in favour of the Chinese. 9 of 10 now. From 9-13 down. Another flick serve. Good angle, super angle in fact. No, it's a question of now or never as far as the Japanese pair are concerned. Oh, what a time to come up with an exquisite shot like that. Well, Japanese pair have to build on that. Indeed they have. Oh, that was such an important rally. And all four players realised it. Close the gap now to one solitary point. Well, she's saying it was out, but she touched the shuttle, surely. Well, I thought I distinctly heard the clip of the shuttle against the racket before it landed out. Yeah, the umpire did too. It's 1 point in it. Now, about Yi-Sin really making opponents wait. A little bit of gamesmanship coming into this. That's a pity. It's been a quality match. But that was a wild one. 18 all. Oh, well, how many times has she done that? Bao Yi-Sin stepping forwards into the shots, control of the racket heads. Here we go. Just calmly blocks it into the open space. 2 points away from a place in the final. Short, even shorter. It's not going over. Greeted with almost silence from the crowd here in Qingdao. Once again, they're taking their time. I'm surprised the umpire is allowing them to get away with this. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's going wide. Goodness me, she took it. What a rally. Finally. Well, they had to work so hard for that rally, but in all honesty, they took the initiative, the Chinese youngsters, and they've got their reward. They've got themselves match point. That's short. Lovely change of pace from Zhong Xianxin, and she and Bao Yixin are through to the final. Semi-finalists a year ago at the Asian Championships. This year they've gone at least one better. 21-16, 21-19 in 54 minutes. What a grueling encounter. And I wonder if with that defeat, whether the Olympic chances of Shizuka Matsuo and Mami Nato have disappeared as well. Confirmation then of the score and the victory for Bao Yixin and Zhong Xianxin. 21-16, 21-19 in 54 minutes. Well, there you can see confirmation of some very disappointing news indeed. Lin Dan has retired from his semi-final against the former world champion Chen Jin, his teammate, and that has just been announced to the crowd, and there's a little mutter going around the spectators in front of me. I have to say that's very disappointing indeed. So Chen Jin given a walkover through to tomorrow's final in the men's singles, where he'll play against teammate Du Pengyu. So Lin Dan not contesting the semi-final. So that means that we move straight on to women's singles, and the current world champion, world number one, and Asian champion Wang Yihan, number one seed of course, up against the former world number one and the Asian Games gold medalist Wang Shixian. So, as I say, with the disappointment of Lin Dan not contesting the men's singles semi-final, we move straight on to women's singles. And the current world number one up against the former world number one. There she is, the Asian Games gold medalist Wang Shixian, up against the defending champion and the current world champion Wang Yihan. Both players from China. And this is the 7th meeting between these two players. And China's dominance really in the women's singles has been quite phenomenal in these Asia Championships. 7 out of the 8 quarter-finalists, all from China, and all 4 semi-finalists from the home nation. There's Wang Shexian, number 3 seed, the 22-year-old from Suzhou in Jiangsu province, and Wang Yihan, 24-year-old from Shanghai, current world number 1, as I say. Wang Yihan enjoying her 5th spell at the top of the world rankings. So Wang Yihan, not only the reigning world champion and the defending champion of the Asian title, also winner already this year of the Malaysian Super Series event, and beaten finalist, of course, in the All England. Lost out to Li Sherui, who, of course, we know is already through to tomorrow's final. So Wang Shexian, well, she too has been in 2 finals so far this year, winning one of them. She won the first Super Series event of the year, the Korea Open, the premier Super Series event, because of course of the 12 Super Series that we have each year nowadays, 5 of them are premier status. Wang Shexian, in her quarter-final yesterday, had to come back from a game down against her teammate Han Li, winner of the recent Australian Open Grand Prix. Dropped the opening game 13-21 and then came back 21-12, 21-8 in the decider, an hour and 5 minutes. And in contrast, the defending champion here, Wang Yihan, won all 3 of her matches in 2 straight games, and they've been tough matches too. First round against Iriko Hiroshi of Japan, and then Bae Young-ju, a left-hander from Korea, and then yesterday in the quarterfinal beat the number 6 seed and the 2-time former champion of the Asian Championships, Jiang Yangjiao. So has looked to be in great form so far in this year's tournament, Wang Yihan. The umpire, Kim, from Korea. So the Asian Games gold medalist at the far side of the court as we look down, reigning world champion Wang Yihan nearest to us. Current world ranking of number 3, Wang Shexian. But she too has enjoyed time at the top of the world rankings. 33 weeks in total she was world number 1. Oof. That's lovely play. This is the 7th meeting between these two players in international competition. One of the previous 6 times they played each other, 4 victories have gone to Wang Yihan. And it was over a year ago, the last time that Wang Shexian beat the current world champion. Final of the Malaysian Open of 2011. Last time they met was the semi-final of the All England Championships in March earlier this year. 3 very, very tough games it was. In fact, incredibly, of their previous 6 meetings, that last encounter was the only time it has been the full distance to 3 games. No, there was real hesitation from the defending champion. And that hesitation cost her dear. Serve is long of the back line. Oh, lovely net shot. The way that Wang Shixian cut underneath the shuttle there. She comes forward, look at that. The shuttle was upside down as it crossed over the net. Oh, that's wild. Just wide. Just to remind you, of course, the drift does go from right to left. And that shuttle just taken by the little draft in this arena. Made it land out. Oh, delightful shot. Goodness me. Quick thinking. Well, I've often talked about the weakness with Wang Yihan. When she tries to play that round the head shot when the shuttle's so flat, she does actually play herself into trouble. That instinctively wants to be aggressive rather than playing the backhand. Oh, very nearly got it back. Only been playing on the tour since the middle of 2009. This lady won her first title, the Malaysian Grand Prix of that year, 2009, as a qualifier. It was only her second international event outside of China. Oh, that lift was going well long. No, Wang Yihan wins the rally nonetheless, but I think she could have let the shuttle drop a little earlier. Awfully easy for me, though, sitting off the court. When you're down there in the heat of the battle, have to make these quick decisions. Oh, good net exchange. Oh, yes. Taking all the initiative in that rally. Wang Shixian. Disappointing World Championships last year in Wembley. She was the #1 seed, lost in the quarterfinal to the eventual silver medalist Qingdao of Taipei. In fact, in general, I do think that struggled a little bit with the status of world #1. burden of expectation that goes with such status. Oh, super net shot. I think the shuttle just got deflected a little bit by hitting the top of the tape as it went over. Made it difficult for this lady to control. And the defending champion back on level terms. Just wide. Nine finals last year for Wang Yihan, winning 7 of them. Now that's a clever smash from her opponent. Good use of the body smash. So often in singles, clear tactic to try and outmaneuver your opponent, and therefore you tend to smash either straight down the line or the angled cross court, and the body smash there often very effective, just as a little change up, do something different within the rally. That's long of the back line. Yeah, so too is that. And tends to be a little bit fidgety as a player, does Wang Yihan. Always adjusting that back support. Oh, well, she did awfully well to get the first one back. There's the shuttle being deflected by the net court. This one, yep. Still managed to get it back, but couldn't control it well enough, and it means that the Asian Games gold medalist, Wang Shixian, has the advantage at the mid-game interval. Slender advantage, 2 points. And I wonder if it wrangles with Wang Yihan that her opponent has Asian Games gold medal, because of course Wang Yihan, despite being world #1 when selections were made for those Guangzhou Asian Games, not selected because Li Yongbo said she had to reprove herself because she'd had a couple of disappointing results. Well, they say it's tough at the top. Oh, that's well wide. Well, both players seem to be struggling at the moment to control the shuttle on the lifts. Oh, it's landed in. Well, just to prove me wrong, that's a beautiful lift. Real natural athlete is Wang Yihan. Yeah, and that's plumb on the line. Oh, super reverse angle. Great tactical awareness. Of course, both of these players will know each other's games inside out. Train together on a daily basis at the National Training Centre in Beijing. Yeah. Counter-attack. And once again, it's all level. Oh, very well taken from the defending champion. Lunging forward, racket arm outstretched, stands her ground, ready to pounce on the net shot. Good initiative, good courage. It's gone long. Yeah, she does like to play an attacking game. Wang Yihan uses her height so well. She's a tall athlete, 178, that's about 5'10". Reaches up high, creates the angles. Good powerful smash. That's short. Yeah. Another good net shot. Well, disappointment from Wang Shixian. Haven't heard many squeals from her today. Usually a very audible player. And it's all very tense and very tight at the moment. It's gone wide. Well, the crowd here not sure quite who to support. And it's a very knowledgeable crowd here in China. They know their badminton, understand the skill level of these two players. A look of almost surprise as well as disappointment from Wang Yihan, as that's called out. No, it was a good call. It was just long. Oh, she's got it back, I don't believe it. That's gone wide. Well, a real lesson in determination from Wang Yihan. Got back what seemed an impossible shot. Well, a rally like that can just be the deciding factor. The determination, the skill level. And it's just going to come down to the odd point here or there. It's a good rally again. Oh, it's just wide. Missed by a whisker. Yeah, good call. $18-all. Oh yes, good skill. Slicing across the feathers of the shuttle, creating the spin. And also the racket head movement still has to be very quick. Glancing blow across the shuttle. And therefore your opponent thinks it's going to be a power smash, but instead the shuttle comes down very steeply. So now Wang Shixian just 2 points away from the opening game here. Oh my word, where did that come from? That was brilliant. Totally unexpected. On the left, Wang Lin. Xiangyang Xiao on the right as we look at them. Good to see Wang Lin back on court and playing well again after her terrible injury to her knee. My goodness. Looked to me as if she changed her mind. Whatever happened, it was a ghastly error, and it gifts a game point to the defending champion. Takes it first time of asking, and the raised fist from Wang Yihan. 3 straight points to close out the opening game. 21-19. And what a tough opening game too. 24 minutes. And there's confirmation. World number 1, the world champion, has taken the opening game against the world number 3. Chinese teammates looking a little shy when the camera's on them. Don't look shy when they're playing on court. So the number 1 seed, defending champion Wang Yihan, 1 game to the goods against Wang Shixian. No, she thought she had her opponent in trouble. Wasn't covering the clear. Thought it was going to be played back to the net. Yeah, much flatter smash that time. In towards the left shoulder. Oh, what an acute angle. And that's the sort of adventurous play, always looking to do something a little bit different. Create the angles dictate the pace. That's what makes her so special, makes her world champion and world number one. Oh, she's hit it long. Well, after the tension at the end of that opening game, both players, understandable, a little reaction to that tension. A little bit sloppy here at the very start of this second game. Oh, but that's clever. Nothing sloppy about that at all. Oh, that's nice. Whole body language suggested she was going to hit the shuttle hard. Had a wonderful run at the end of 2010, beginning of 2011 did this lady. Reached the final of 7 consecutive tournaments played. Well, when Xian, can't believe the call. Says the umpire, well, it was that far wide. No overrule from the umpires, only allowed to do so if they see that a clear error has been made, and quite frankly that far side of the court, the umpire's chair, umpire Kim from Korea, he's not going to make an overrule. Oh! Oh, I suspect if Wang Yihan had left this one, it was going wide. Oh, pace of rally. Does tend to take a lot of time in between points, has to be said. Wang Xian. Oh, that's perfect placement. Lovely disguise and A lovely push into that deep backhand corner. Look, she takes the shuttle so early on that backhand side at the nets, racket arm outstretched. That adds to the deception. Give your opponent less time. Titles between these two players last year. And 15 finals. Two outstanding players of World Badminton of 2011 in women's singles. Pushed it wide. It's no wonder we're having a close contest here in the semi-final of the Asian Championships. Oh, well constructed rally from Wang Yihan. Had her opponent in all four corners, taking the shuttle late in that deep forehand corner. Read the reply. Simple shot for the outright winner, but it was the work that had been done earlier in the rally that really did the damage. No, super net shot. There are any youngsters watching this, real lesson from Wang Yihan on how to lunge forward, racket arm outstretched, take the shuttle early. Nose back in front for the defending champion. Oh, amazing defence. It's a good rally. Oh, it's just wide. Well, a grueling rally like that can often be a decisive factor in a match. Two players so evenly matched, and the psychological effect of winning one of those long rallies gives a real lift to the player who won it. Well, Wang Yihan here doesn't want to change the shuttle, and it's told to do so by the umpire. Well, with The top 4 in the world ranking, all from China. Only 3 of them can qualify for the Olympics. Today's semi-final, a clear opportunity for either of these 2 players to stake their claim. That's long of the back line. Run of 5 straight points from 6-8 adrift to the mid-game interval with a 3-point advantage. Wang Yihan. Now, just to explain the Olympic qualifying rules, get 3 players into the Olympics. All 3 have to be in the top 4 in the world. The BWF, the Badminton World Federation, then invites the top 3 players. But if one of them wasn't available, or if one of them wasn't selected by China National Olympic Committee, then the BWF, I believe, then invites the next eligible player, which of course would be the 4th ranked Chinese women's singles player. So, whilst you have to qualify by right, in essence, if you've got all 4 in the top 4 in the world, 4 players, China, in essence, although you have to go through a complicated process, can then select their 3 players to go to the Olympic Games. No. Run of 6 straight points now. And it was that long rally. Has made a big difference. Ooh, that's called good. And a little look from the defending champion towards umpire Kim. I'm not sure if we'll see it. Ooh, that was wide. Oh, no overrule by the umpire. Wang Yihan can't believe it. Yeah, it's a lovely smash. Got behind the shuttle. Pace of movement rather than pace of shot actually being the deciding factor, because now she's got the options. Decides to hit down the line. No, shuttle to me visibly moved, drifted to our left. Oh, that is brilliant. What defensive play. Technically, it's much more difficult to defend on the forehand side, especially when it's out wide. And for Wang Yihan to be able to drive that shuttle across court, remarkable physical strength and remarkable timing of the shuttle. Oh, that's well wide. Not taking into account the drift. And I wonder if this is a decisive lead now for the defending champion. 5-point advantage. Once again, Wang Yihan being asked to change the shuttle. just missed it. No, that was a correct call. Wang Xian looking a little bit surprised and a questioning look at the umpire, but I'm looking straight down that line. I thought the line judge was correct on that occasion. No question of that one, though. Well wide. Oh, well, as soon as Wang Xian turned to play that high backhand, you knew she was in trouble. There she is, hesitating, backhand, slow back to her base position. And she's slow back because when you play that high backhand, you've got your back to your opponent. You have to do a half pirouette. Can't see what's happening. By the time you do, it's too late to react. It's nicely played. Young Chinese teammates. Error on the block. And now the defending champion just 2 points away from her second consecutive final. Second consecutive final, obviously, here at the Asian Championships. And third consecutive final this year, following on from Malaysian Super Series and All England. All good. 9 match points. Yeah, clearly in. Oh, changed her mind, I think. I think perhaps she was right to try and play it because I think the drift was bringing it back into court. Match point number 2. This time her opponent serving though. Perfection on the next shot. And through to the final and on course to defend her title. World champion Wang Yihan. Well, comprehensive victory in the end, and I have to say, she looks to be in tremendous form. Looks fit, looks healthy. Being question marks over her injured right knee that she constantly wears that taping on nowadays. Well, that was impressive. Good performance by Wang Yihan. 46 minutes for that victory, 21-19, 21-12. So there you can see what's happened so far. Started with women's doubles and the youngsters from China, Bao Yixin and Zhong Qianxin, coming through against the number 4 seeds from Japan, and then bitter disappointment that the men's singles never took place. Lin Dan retired prior to the match starting against the former world champion Chen Jin, current world champion of course Lin Dan, current Olympic champion and defending Asian champion as well, won't retain his title. But Wang Yihan, on the other hand, in the women's singles has that distinct possibility, because she's now through to the final, where she'll play Li Shirui in a repeat of the All England final. But next up, it's men's doubles. The number 1 seeds, Guo Zhengdong and Chai Biao, up against the unseeded pairing of Kim Ki-jung and Kim Sa-rang. So to the men's doubles semi-final. Number one seeds lead out the pairs. The number one seeds, of course, from China, Guo Zhendong and Chai Biao. And they're up against the unseeded combination of Kim Ki-jung and Kim Sa-rang of Korea. Well, if you were with us this afternoon, you'll know that already through to the final is Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi Hawakawa. Number 6 seeds from Japan. They overcame Chinese opposition of Hong Wei and Shen Ye in the first of the semi-finals. And if you were with us this afternoon, you will have seen this man, Kim Sa-rang, playing very, very well in the mixed doubles semi-final, but went down eventually to the world champions. So Chai Biao and Guo Zhendong, semi-finalists a year ago. Semi-finalists, of course, here want to go at least one better, and they're seeded to do so. Well, there's Kim Sa-rang, 22 years of age. Two Koreans formed their partnership at the German Grand Prix in 2011 and actually reached the final, having started the week in the qualifying event. Kim Ki-jung, 21. Slightly taller of the two men. And here's the oldest man on court, 28 years of age, turned 28 at the beginning of March. Guo Zhendong from Qingdao on the Yangtze River in Hubei province. And his partner Chai Biao from Fujian. Chai Biao, a tall man, 188, 6'2". So as far as the Koreans are concerned, had to beat two seeded pairs on their way through to today's semi-final. First of all, in the second round, the number 3 seeds, Naoki Kawamae and Shoji Sato of Japan, 2 straight games. And then yesterday in the quarterfinal, the Koreans beat Liu Xiaolong and Chu Zihan of China, again 2 straight games. So the Koreans really have been in great form. All 3 matches won in 2 straight games, and when you consider they're not seeded, current world ranking up 1 place since last week to 29, and they've only played 9 tournaments towards that world ranking. Their opponents, on the other hand, as the Korean coach, Guo Zhendong and Chai Biao, currently number 5 in the world ranking, 18th week at number 5. Well, they too have won all of their matches in 2 straight games, but they are the number 1 seed, so you'd expect that in a way. At their quarterfinal yesterday against number 5 seeds, Alvin Yulianta Chandra and Hendra Aprida Gunawan, 21-7, 22-20. Very, very convincing opening game. I was astonished by it. But much, much closer in the second. So Kim Ki-jung and Kim Sa-rang of Korea, nearest to us in the all-blue kit, up against the number 1 seeds, Guo Zhendong and Chai Biao of China. Second meeting between these 2 pairs. First meeting was the first round of the All England Championships last month. 26-24 in the deciding game. The Chinese pair won through. having saved 4 match points. It was an hour and 15 minutes. I remember watching that. It was a terrific match. Oh, service fault called. Struck above the waist, says our service judge. Well, we're going to see some explosive badminton. Oh, that was going wide. Oh, lovely net shot from Qingdao. Well, the defensive shot there from Guo Zhendong, absolutely superb, changed the whole momentum of the rally. Oh my goodness me. How did the #1 seeds not win that rally? Had the Koreans all out of position. One of them had a broken racket. Just testing the new racket. Kim Ki-jung. Oh, it's just wide. Back level. Yeah, it was a good call. Oh yes, great interception from Qingdao. Second semi-final of the year for the Koreans. Also reached the semi-final of their home event, the Korean Open Premier Super Series event, of course. Lucky to be able to control that smash when the strings went for Qingdao. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is great. What a rally! Well, one always thought eventually the defence would have to crack. And in the end it did. Oh my goodness, the Koreans had to work hard for that. Oh, that is delightful. What a wonderful interception from Qingdao. Yes, very well taken once again. No, they really are looking a very impressive pair, so only played 9 previous tournaments together. Clearly in. And with the advantage, 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval. So 3 straight points for the Koreans. Get them to that mid-game interval. But the momentum with the mid-game interval is lost. Just trying to turn the defence there, Chai Biao. right idea, you've got to be taking the shuttle a little early. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, and like that. Oh, that's brilliant. What a rally. Unbelievable. And that's gone well long of the back line. Psychological battle as much as anything in that last rally. As the rally progressed, I knew that players had to keep their patience, but in the end it was the most experienced player on court, Qingdao, who made the error, and that's surprising. Of course, Qingdao has a World Championship medal, bronze, from 2010 in Paris, playing with Zhu Chen. Zhu Chen, of course, going to be on court next in the mixed doubles semi-final. Oh, service fault called once again. Well, Qingdao complaining to the service judge that his opponent was moving. Well, if his opponent was moving, he shouldn't have served. Of course, the umpire watches to make sure that the receiver doesn't move before the service is struck. Service judge just watches the server. Well, now the Koreans don't like the call at the back of the court. No, that was plumb on the line. Great call. Oh, that is superb. Goodness me, put topspin on the shuttle there, creating the deception. Now the Koreans a 4-point cushion. Oh, that's fast. Well, what was the fault called for? I could see that Qingdao was pointing at his opponent. Wouldn't mind seeing that again. Not quite sure what happened. And the umpire called a fault on the Koreans. Koreans must have touched the net or something. Oh. Forward errors on serve, these tight situations, understandable. Let players get nervous. A good placement, made the error. Wonderful reading of the game. Kim Ki-jung. points from this opening game. The number 1 seeds. Just a perfect example of why it's so clever to smash down the centre of the court in between. Yep, second time of asking, and it shows out the opening game. 18 minutes. And the question is, can they keep that? Won all of their 3 previous matches in such convincing fashion. It's going to go wide. Yep. Well, they defend and too loose from Chai. For the tape. Considering they've played together for less than a year, their movement and their understanding between them, the 2 Koreans, really is quite extraordinary. Look. Oh, no, please. Defensively, the Koreans have been outstanding and far more lethal when they come forward to the net. I suppose I would like to see the Chinese pair trying to vary the pace a little bit more. Qingdao, I remember him saying that his philosophy was to always be aggressive on court and still hit downward, still want something a little bit different. Oh dear me, well he has struggled with his disheartened themselves. Oh, there's a muttering of disbelief around. Oh, that's great. Yeah. I wonder if that'll ignite some inspiration from the Chinese pair. Well, the number 1 seeds, if they're going to win this semi-final, they're going to have to do it the hard way. 7 points adrift in the second game. Coach Jiangjun now offering advice, but Korean coach in contrast, quick word, keep doing the same thing lads, playing very well, keep the pressure on. 4 in the second, having taken the first, the Koreans. Make that 12-4. 8-point advantage. Nine-point advantage. Rank. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, Chinese deciding to give defence a go in that rally. In the end, to no avail. (15-4). Right here and right now. Well, even the luck of the net court. And his return of serves have been so good. Change of pace. So to that. Look at that. No, they didn't win the rally, but that delightful block. It's going to go well wide. Yeah, and even the crowd now getting on the backs of Guo Zhengdong and Shai Biao. 19-7. Well, what a difference a year makes. A year ago, the Koreans lost in the first round of the Asian Championships to Arendi Sugiyato and Yuris Wirawan from Indonesia in just 19 minutes. 19 minutes? Here they are, of a final. "12 match point opportunities. Too little, too late, I suspect. In just 22 minutes of play. Well, the inquest will begin. It's the serve that he's called a fault for, and a good call by the service judge. That was clearly above the waist, and therefore confirmed Kim Ki-jung and Kim Sa-rang through to the final, where they'll meet the Japanese pair of Endo and Harakawa. Well, yet another up tomorrow. Japan, Zhao Yi, already through to tomorrow's final. But will they play their teammates, the number 2? So to our last semi-final today here at the 2012 is China against Korea. But Zhu, 27 years of age, from Jiangsu province, tall man, 188, 6'2". Bronze medal from World Championships in Pulse, 20 years of age. So no doubt who the crowd will be supporting, because not only will they support the Chinese pair, they'll especially support Ma Jin, because Ma Jin was born here at finals this very arena. What wonderful support she got throughout the competition. So a year ago, Asian Championships played already through to tomorrow's final. And Zhao Yi. And the Koreans perhaps a little bit buoyant and encouraged us. First tournament together, but I can assure you, after this week's performance, it won't be the last. Trying to win her first ever tournament together. No world ranking. Yeah, good rally. Well, let me tell you a little about Kang Ji-wook. 3 silver medals at the 2010 World Junior Championships in Guadalajara in Mexico. It's the final of the singles where he lost out to the tall Dane Victor Axelsen. Won the mixed doubles. 3 singles. And so young. Big roar from the fans here. Chinese pair haven't played against a seeded pair all the way through the tournament, including today's semi-final. They beat the unseeded Hong Kong pair in his quarter-final, Wang Wei Hong and Cha Hoi Hwa. 21-18, 21-8. Whereas the Koreans had to beat, when I watched that, I was impressed with the youngsters, I have to say. As after that power smash, just 85 during the final of the Korean Open, mixed doubles. Yeah, just the drop shot first there, enough. Dear. Well, I've seen her struggle with her low serve in recent tournaments. Well, obvious disappointment from Hai-wan. Zheng Yina. Good rally. Oh, superb. Yeah, and a little wry smile from Ma Jin. Missed it. Well, Ma Jin says they touched the shuttle. Umpire Sumiko Ito of Japan says no. Yeah. She is devastating when she didn't finish off the rally in such devastating form. As more importantly for the home fans, it means that the number 2 seeds from China have a 4-point advantage at the mid level. Three tournaments so far this year for the number 2 seeds, Zhu Chen and Ma Jin. Prior to this, 1 title, the Korean Super Series, 1 final, Malaysian Super Series, semi-final, the All England. So this is their 4th tournament of the year, and at least a semi-final in all of them. Well, the way they're playing at the moment, it wouldn't be. Yeah, good net shot, set up the rally, forced the short lift from Ma Jin. Well, it was the right idea. Try the drop shot. Okay. Error on the low serve. That's at least 2 he's made. Still throwing his head back before when he doesn't hit through the shuttle enough. Guess it's a bit like a golfer. Been told to keep their head still when they're putting. As soon as you lift your head, that's when you tend to make the error. That's gone long. Oh, that's perfect. Look how close up behind his partner he is to that mid-court area. Able to step in on that. 5-point advantage now. Oh, that's well, where was that called out? It certainly wasn't short. Must have been wide of the centre line. Surprised at that call. Clever. Really pressurising One. Attacking play. Cross court. Push her back defensively, then put in the block. Brilliant. Well, the crowd's reaction tells the story. What a rally. Well, neither pair just really knew what to do to force a weak reply from their opponents. And such was the quality of defending and court coverage. Looking very solid indeed, the number 2 seeds. Looked very awkward on that defensive shot. Xu Chen. All seemed to be arm. Two points away from the opening game, the number 2 seeds. That's wide. Little gasp from the crowd. Clash of rackets, not surprising seeing as this is their first international tournament together. 8 game point opportunities for Zhu Chen and Ma Jin. Well, goodness me. Well, they'll certainly have to sort out their serving problems prior to the Olympic Games if they want to medal. Chinese number 2 pair. Terrific smash. Finds the line. Yeah, good return of serve, absolutely pounced on it. 21-14. Yeah, good control, good direction. 21-14 in 18 minutes of play on the number 2 seeds. Looking very sharp indeed. Well, the number 2 seeds beaten finalists at the Asian Championships last year, Zhu Chen and Ma Jin. 1 or 2 problems with their serving in that opening game, but apart from that, looked very solid indeed. Yeah. Pouncing on everything at the moment. First 2 rallies, serve, return, and third shot, end of rally. Well, we noticed in this afternoon session, with the stadium now just with 1 show court, lighting slightly different because only 1 court illuminated, obviously, whereas yesterday 4 courts in action. And 1 or 2 of the players this afternoon were struggling with the lights. There's obviously a blind spot, and the shuttle goes up high, losing sight of it, as Zhu Chen did in that last rally. Well, that's clever. So too is that. Wow. Very well constructed rally. Mistimed final shot from Zhu Chen, and once again he looks up towards the lights. Yeah, totally mistimed. Looks as his racket looks up at the lights. Well, goodness me. Korean teammates. What's that, 3 or 4 errors on serve from Zhu Chen? At least. Yeah. Perfect tactics by the Chinese pair, using the width of the court. Oh, that's a good rally. Well, they haven't given up their fighting spirit, the youngsters from Korea. That's very, very good to see. Oh, super play. And even a nod of approval from Zhang Jun. Look at that control and poise as she played the block. Better serve, much better serve. And what a different outcome. Oh, that is terrific. I'm not quite sure how he managed to generate so much power on that backhand. However he did it, it was superb. Yeah, he's got the rhythm back on his serve now. quite happy to keep Hai one at the back of the court. Yeah. And in the end, they get their reward. She makes the error. 5-point cushion now for the Chinese pair. Ugh. I don't believe it. How many opportunities did Zhu Chen and Ma Jin have to finish off the rally? But all credit to the Koreans. Somehow they kept the shuttle coming back. And not just getting it back, got it back with interest. Wonderful play. That is superb. Or was it called wide? It was called wide. Punch clear, deceiving both the Koreans. Well, couldn't really tell from that angle, but I was surprised when it happened initially. No arguments, though, from the Chinese pair about the call. Missed it. 5-point advantage at the mid-game interval for number 2 seeds. Well, looks desperately disappointed, but I have to say, throughout the tournaments, I've been very impressed with Hai One and her partner. They've both done exceptionally well. Now, once again, creative idea on defence from Hai One. I personally never mind young players making 1 or 2 errors if they're trying to be creative, trying to develop their skills. That consistency will come later. What you can't do is suddenly, at the age of 24, 25, start developing a whole new range of shots and skills. Yeah, the lift wasn't terribly deep and really invited the power smash from Zhu Chen. He's tried another punch clip. One went out the side just a few rallies ago. That one's gone out the back. That's a lovely disguise on the drop shot and a wonderful angle from Ma Jin. Trying to reach her 3rd final, of course, here at the Asian Championships. Won the women's doubles back in 2009, beaten finalist in the mix last year. And it looks highly probable, with this 9-point advantage, that she will indeed achieve a 3rd final. Yeah, and even creating such disguise and such an angle, that Kang couldn't reach it. 10-point advantage now. 17-7. Missed it. Oh, varying the pace, varying the angle. He's just overdoing it on the last one. Not a sign of the confidence that he's prepared to go for such shots. Oh, nice. Well, I think string's gone in his racket. That's why he made the error on the final smash. Yep. Three points away from her 3rd final. Oh, that's nice backhand. Well, that's gone long. So sharp. Another one drops long of that back line. And now 10 opportunities for Zhu Chen and Ma Jin to close out the match and make it a repeat of last year's final of the mixed doubles here at the Asian Championships. Oh my goodness me. Well, if he wants to win tomorrow, he needs to sort out that serve, that low serve. It's 5 or 6 now, I'm sure. Complete errors. Missed it. Oh, you needn't look too worried. I'm sure they'll convert one of these next 8 opportunities. Yep, there we go. Third time lucky. Loose return of low serve. Got what it deserved on the return. So 21-14, 21-12. The victory there for the number 2 seeds, Zhu Chen and Ma Jin. Loose low serve. Easy kill there. And indeed, we do have a repeat of last year's final in the mixed doubles tomorrow on finals day here at the 2012 Asian Badminton Championships. Their confirmation of the scoreline, 21-14, 21-12 in 39 minutes of play. So, of course, that means that all of our semi-finals have been completed. Yes, so there's confirmation of what's happened in this evening's session. And of course, the big disappointment was Lin Dan not contesting his semi-final against the former world champion Chen Jin. But we've had some marvellous play apart from that. So all of this evening's matches won or lost in 2 straight games, whereas this afternoon we had a big upset in the men's singles when Du Pengyu beat his teammate Chen Long in 1 hour and 17 minutes. And of course, our first semi-final of the day in this afternoon's session went the full distance as well. But this evening's session, there you can see, 4 matches contested and all won and lost in 2 straight games. We know that tomorrow, men's doubles final cannot be won by China. But China in all other finals. And of course, finals tomorrow, 1200 local time. Do join us for that. But in the meantime, from all of us here in Qingdao, from myself, Jill Clark, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.